What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS 3 Raw TV. I was actually going to upload another video tonight, but I want to make this video because there's two people that I know right now in the last like 2 weeks, and of course more that I've known over time, who are in a predicament right now that need to not really focus on what negative things are going on, but more the positive things. And we're going to run right through these couple stories real quick. A friend of mine right now is in the hospital. Aaron and I went to see him Wednesday. He got out of the gym and was on his way home and said, he had a little pain in his neck, like in this area over here. So it feels weird. Maybe I strained it at the gym or whatever. Cool, whatever. And then he literally got home and said the pain started to get so bad that he couldn't really stand it. Now, I know he's got a high pain tolerance, right? So he winds up going to urgent care. They think it's a tendonitis of the collarbone, which I'd never heard of, okay? They give him some anti-inflammatories, like prednisone, steroid, or whatever, and some painkillers. Send him home. He takes those things. It gets worse, much worse. He winds up at the ER. Goes to the ER, and they admit him. They were like, holy shit, he's got a fever now. Now there's like a little lump here in this area. Long story short, they find out that he had an abscess, and they think from shaving his chest, he had cut himself, and some bacteria got in there. He got an abscess, and the abscess actually went septic. It's in his blood. He's got blood poisoning, an infection in his blood. And of course, he was feeling totally fine a few days before. Nothing wrong. Now it's going to be about 2 weeks total that he's in the hospital. 2 surgeries, IV antibiotics. Dilaudid they put him on. All these painkillers. He said he hasn't been able to shower for about 2 weeks now. Or it's going to be 2 weeks by the time he actually gets done. And when he goes home, he's going to have a PICC line with IV antibiotics at home for 2 weeks. Yeah, okay, and you know what? He's pretty bummed out. You know, I've talked to him every day. Aaron and I went to visit him, and you know, he's down. You know, he feels really down. And my other friend, who literally just slipped on some ice and fucking hurt his shoulder, and he's going to get the MRI and stuff tomorrow. Again, you know, both of these guys are really kind of in a way looking at the worst case scenario. Now, for my friend in the hospital, you know, I feel personally that yes, it's a shitty situation to be in, but he got to the hospital in time. Had he waited another day, he would have been dead, period. The doctors told him the infection would have been too far gone, you'd have been dead. We wouldn't have been able to do anything for you. So he listened to his body, because instead of listening to the first doctor saying, take these anti-inflammatories and on Monday we'll get a CT scan, the pain was so bad Sunday he went to the ER. He didn't listen to the doctor. He said something is majorly wrong. This is not a muscle pull, it's not a strain. He went. So the first thing that I think is positive is that he did the right thing and went, right? So now the other positive thing, he's in the right place. Like, they know what's wrong with him. They're taking care of it. He's got the best care he can possibly have. And that's something positive, you know? And the fact that he's been through the whole piece already, the whole thing already, and he's getting ready to be at the end of it and then go home, that's something positive. That he got through it, he's going home, and he's going to be okay. You know, like, I'm sure that, you know, in his head, he's just like, this is the most awful thing. And we all go through these things, right? We all have something that is just so hard that we want to give up, but nobody does, right? Well, some people do, but most people don't. They still fight. You don't even know you have it in you until you're there and you have to fight, and then you see what you're really made of. Like, I knew this individual for years. I've known him for 10, 11, maybe 12 years. I know he's a nice guy. He's got a high pain tolerance. He's got a huge heart. And of course, nobody likes to be in pain, right? But I think that now, you know, he's going to have gone through this, and he'll be like, look, you know, I went through this, and there's going to be a silver lining at the end of this. He's going to be okay. And there's always a lesson to be learned. You know, I think the lesson to be learned here is, you know, listen to your own gut instincts. That's what I think his biggest lesson through this was to listen to your own instincts. Even if the doctor says something, get a second opinion. If that doctor says something different that you still don't like or concurs with the first doctor, get another opinion. Because had he not gone to the ER to get another doctor's opinion, he would have been dead listening to the first one, because they misdiagnosed it because they thought it was something else. So the gut instinct, you know, and it's one of those things where nobody wants to go through these things. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to go through pain. Nobody wants to go through surgeries. Nobody wants to be in a hospital. You know, it was, you know, not depressing, but it was sad. It was sad walking in the hospital to see him, knowing that he was in that pain, and there's really nothing, you know, you can do about the pain. You have to heal, and you have to get through it, and you have to fucking get through the other side. You know, my other buddy who's getting ready to go for his MRI tomorrow, you know, in his head already, he's like, oh my God, this could be like the worst thing. And we don't even know yet. You know, we don't know what's going on. We won't know till tomorrow. So let's step back and say, okay, look, worrying, getting upset is not going to solve it. It's not going to help it. It's not going to make it any easier. And actually, the best thing would be to stay calm. But one thing to look at is, okay, Right now, I'm scheduled to go tomorrow for an MRI. I've already been to the doctor, and obviously it's not so serious that they were like, oh, you need emergency surgery right now, you need the MRI right now. It was not as serious enough for them to say, okay, we'll wait till Monday for the MRI. To me, that's a good sign, okay? So whatever injury it is not something that's so threatening that he needs to get in there right now and have surgery. So to me, that's positive, right? It's a positive thing. So tomorrow he'll find out if there's some surgery needed, a rotator cuff, bicep tendon, whatever the case may be, torn teres major. Who knows what would have happened? But overall, like, this is just 2 instances in the last couple of weeks, and of course, you guys watching this, you've been through things, and some of you have been through things that are not as bad. Some of you have been through things that are 10 times worse. Myself, I've been through things. I've never been through the surgeries like, my buddy in the hospital has had to go through. I've never been in a hospital that long, knock on wood. But I have been through a hospital before. I have hurt my rotator cuff, which my other friend hurt his shoulder. And, I get it, but I don't really know what these guys are going through because it's something different. But my job as their friend is to make sure that they know that I'm here, I care, and to stay positive. And when they get negative or they get depressed, to keep them positive. Nothing good comes from being negative and being down on yourself. Nothing. I mean, there literally is nothing that happens that is good from that. So my job as a friend, to do that. So hopefully you guys can kind of watch this, and this will be a kind of a message to you guys that if you have some friends and stuff that are going through this, you may not even think that you being there for them, like, because they got all these other people. They got a husband, they got a wife, they got kids, they got this, all this other shit. You may not think that your opinion matters very much, or what you have to say or your support matters that much. Trust me, guys, they could have a million people around them, but the way you are as a friend, your friendship could be the biggest thing to them in their time of need. And I think that you really show your true colors when your friends are in time of need, and you step up and you show them that you're truly their friend. BioWrestlingTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.bicetraining.com is the blog. It's the hoping for the best and staying positive bicep. There it is, and we are out.